And Sam, that is our Sunday sport.
A big night in sport. Thank you, Evie.
Yes.
Well, arguably the world's most frustrating puzzle is celebrating 50 years of driving people crazy. The Rubik's Cube was the brainchild of Hungarian design professor Erno Rubik.
The cube is a tool for thinking, using our capacity of our mind of thinking, problem solving, understanding situations.
Those who've cracked the formula can solve it in seconds. The world record is 3.3 seconds. For the rest of us, there are more than 43 quintillion possible combinations. That's 43 with 18 zeros after it. Caring for the youngest and most vulnerable Queenslanders, that special place that is the Queensland Children's Hospital. That's next in Flashback.
And storm season is ramping up in the southeast. All the details coming up next.
It's the treasured institution that's cared for millions of Queenslanders over more than a century. Tonight in Flashback, the Queensland Children's Hospital is celebrating 10 years at South Brisbane. So we take you back to the very beginning of paediatric health in the Sunshine State.
Pioneering Brisbane, where life could be tough and 1 in 9 children didn't see their first birthday.
A time when most children who are sick or injured or even dying were nursed in their own homes.
Scottish settler Mary McConnell lost 2 of her own children at her farm west of Brisbane and raised money for the first paediatric hospital, which opened in 1878.
It was a time, of course, of danger for nurses, and in fact the first nurse died from typhoid fever contracted from one of her patients.
There were 15 beds at Spring Hill, but it later moved to a larger site in Hurston. Meanwhile, the Martyr Children's served the south side of the river, although a fire in 1971 saw 119 children evacuated. This old film shows the babies and children moving back in as workmen repaired the hospital. Back on the north side in the early 80s, a new facility was being built.
A new 130-bed children's hospital, particularly that those who have been working under some very difficult circumstances in the children's hospital will be absolutely delighted.
TV telethons helped raise money for construction, and doctors realised that sometimes laughter was the best medicine.
A little bit louder now. Hi. Hi. That's better.
Celebrities and kids' favourites became a common sight in the wards.
Shemaine, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you married?
No!
Ah.
Yes, it was a long, long flight, and my goodness, my arms were tired.
That same decade saw the birth of Radio Lollipop, broadcast throughout the wards just for kids.
There's some reason to think that while Radio Lollipop's on, the children need less pain relief, for instance.
Now, Juice TV also entertains and attracts the stars. In 2009, another major shift was the decision to combine the Royal Children's on the north side with the Martyr on the south side. In 2014, the Lady Salento had its grand opening.
For the first time, we had all of the specialist teams combined under one roof.
Yet another name change followed, and this month they're celebrating 10 years.
Over 3 million episodes of care to almost 500,000 children and families.
And when we reflect today on what a wonderful hospital we have here, one of the 10 top children's hospitals in the world, we look back at that chronology and all those people who made it possible.
Weather time now, Michelle. The stormy afternoons are back.